Evelyn, where are we going?
To Beach Bend to race Daddy's white truck. What are we doing?
We are going to Beach Bend to run a 1/4 mile in this truck. We ran the 8th mile last weekend at Decker Boys Raceway, which was a fantastic time. Had a lot of trouble hooking up. Gonna try and do some things differently this time around. And Zach is gonna be there with LS Blue this time, so I'm really stoked about that. He's got his O2 sensor fixed, so he should be able to get a heck of a lot better time than he got the other day when he went to Beach Bend. I guess it was 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Is that right?
That is right. And I'm really looking forward to going down there. So now I'm going to check fluids and head that way.
And that's my daddy.
That's right.
I love it very much.
I love you very much.
Who's that?
Running for 55, okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ooh, 55.
Awesome. Have a good one. I can't drive 55. Make some adjustments, but right now I got to keep it cool. The temperature is at like 210 right now, and I put it down to like 180 when I make this. So I'm circulating all my coolant as much as I can, and then turning it off and leaving my fans on. Tire pressure still at 15 psi from last weekend. I'm not going to do a wet burnout this time. I'm going to do a dry burnout and try and get the tires as hot as I can so it'll really stick. This track should hook up pretty good anyway. You excited? Yeah! I'm so excited. These cars are loud, aren't they? Alright, I'm sitting here waiting for the truck to cool off, in line to run, and the dude walks up to me and he's looking at me like he knows me. Like, what's up, man? And anyways, it turns out it was snowmobilia, and I didn't even recognize. I know everybody from their truck, so pardon me for not recognizing you in person. But Sonoma Vinny's coming up right now, and he's wanting to race me in the 8th. Of course, I'm going to go all the way to the 1/4 if I can, but I'm stoked that we're going to get the race. This is going to be fun. I was like, are you in Sonoma Vinny? He's like, yeah. I was like, what's up, dude? He's going to get his truck right now, and we're supposed to do it back there somewhere. Yeah, he took off running after it. That's the thing. I don't recognize anybody. Instagram name. Oh, that thing. Okay. He's only going to be able to race the 8th, which is fine. He's got to let out because 4th gear synchronizer and his transmission is bad. Show me this truck. I hate to make you unstrap or anything. It's the first time I
just put this back in the shop. And I actually just sprayed brake fluid everywhere. Yesterday I boiled the brakes and it damaged my core covers, so I'm not running the covers right now.
Man, look at it.
Other than the covers though, everything's 100%.
Is this Raptor liner?
Yeah, Raptor liner all the way around.
Man.
So it's, like I said, aluminum LS1, 600, 615, 226, 230 on a 113 cam, stock 243 head, stock LS1 intake, 1 7/8 long tubes, and a 3-inch X pipe, and that's it.
Wow.
It's a mile per gallon too, on 93. So it makes 385 wheel and gets 26 miles per gallon.
Damn. Yeah, before I ever did anything to my truck, I got 27 miles a gallon out of it. Yeah. That was with 373s, a 5-speed, and
373 6-speed. So
that lived. Is that the one that you made?
Yes, just peeling paint because I hit a couple cones.
Yeah.
I cleared one right there, and that's what wrinkled that.
Oh.
And I hit another one there.
That is tough.
Chassis mounted. So everything else is great.
Hello.
Show that off. Did you do that dash yourself? Did you draft that? What did you use?
An outdoor vinyl fabric I found at some store.
It reminds me of like the 90s Tweed.
I think it was Joann's. I think I found that at Joann Fabric.
That is so cool.
And I use it for the seats, the center console, the doors, the bottom, the dash, and the A-pillar, and the belt. And also the same weave position as that. This is already the same weave position. Did you stitch all that together now? Sewing machine.
Dude, that almost looks back.
That's the entire point. And how much extra room you have without that stupid fucking So it's an uncut 88 out of the it's got factory spine reacher axles and that's what I got. This is probably the stiffest one. I also have it in race mode right now, so I'm gonna get a lot slower mile an hour because it's downforce and drag right now.
Right.
This makes over 100 pounds of downforce at 30 miles an hour.
So are you gonna smoke me in the 80 miles? Is that what's gonna happen?
Okay,
Cool. Cool.
It'll
Really looking forward to that.
probably run a 750. If I feel it, I might slam.
I hope you do.
I don't want to, but if it's close, I'll slam fourth. If I'm way ahead, I'll let off. Four fingers. Not even two. 1.5 made. I can't even get two in there. Yeah. And that's not as low as I can go. Oh god, dude, you help so bad.
That's the thing.
Yes.
I hate it. I hate it. Everybody tells me, oh, it looks so cool, it's grungy. I don't know. I'm not such a fan of that. Yeah. It's part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
I wish it looked as good as that, man. That looks
I bought
killer.
this with nothing but a paint job and lowered on blocks and drop spindles. Everything else I did from scratch.
You did the swap so proper. Like, look how clean this is under here, Zach. You wrapper linered almost everything.
And the bottom side of the hood.
Did you do that? Did you like show that on? Look how you cut that out.
I cut it out, flipped the piece up, and then re-welded it inside because what I should have done was put this fan up and this fan down, but I messed up and did it the wrong way around, so we had to cut that off. That was an oversight on my part.
Awesome. Let's do this. That went awful, but it went good at the same time. Sonoma Vinny just absolutely blew my doors off, naturally aspirated. Yeah, there was a whole lot more traction than I was expecting. I tried second gear and I balled for like the first 60 foot of it. So this time I'm gonna try and race in first gear.
Dad, did you win?
No, I lost. I'm gonna try to do a first gear launch this time and absolutely give it all she's got.
Yeah.
I brought the trailer in case I break the trailer.
Okay.
So
We might do one more run then.
that would be awesome.
See what we got.
Yeah, I balled so hard. I left off the two-step hard too, and it just went. Whoa.
It's because
This isn't a cage that you can order. This is complete hand built.
I didn't spin. The burnout definitely worked. I think I might have actually started smoking the tires, which would be nice.
I don't know if I did or not, but I did a burnout in first gear this time, so I was actually able to rotate them.
So I didn't launch. I rolled off again. So
Yeah.
that's at 260 foot.
I did what you said, and I just like first gear rolled off the clutch.
Rolled off
and
the
just
clutch and into the throttle
into
at the
the
same
throttle.
time.
Yeah.
Felt great, didn't it?
It felt great, yeah.
Yeah, because if you step it on that two-step, it's too much of a shock to the tires
Yeah,
on these,
especially on these. Yes.
So,
And what kind of tires did you think on there?
Falcon AZN 660s, the 200 tread wear. They're probably the stickiest street tire you can get. They're actually stickier than our AAARs.
Did you get fourth gear? Did you go all the way? You went all the way?
I drive fourth.
How was it?
It chirped. It didn't grind. It
Didn't grind?
Evelyn?
Like
Well, that's
kinda
better
did.
than...
Well, I was expecting it to go all the way in, but it it barely chirped,
Yeah.
which means either my transmission's getting better or it's about to let go. One or the other.
It's usually not the first.
Race field.
That smells good.
Nectar of the gods. I'm hitting 88 miles in the 8th, which isn't bad. You're 7 mile an hour down. 6 mile an hour down. You got me on the by the 330. I'm a half second nearly. I'm 3/10 by the 330. Do I just keep pulling on you the whole way? Okay.
Yes. It's a very steady pull. And here's another thing.
Also, I'm being slow between the gears as well.
I forget to tell people this in the videos, but this truck's limiter is set to 5,200.
Oh,
5,200.
68.
6,800. Okay, so
I know. I was
yeah.
shifting at 62.
I was smacking the rev limiter every time, just trying to wind out the gear.
Stock 4.8, stock lifters, stock cam,
Stock everything, stock valve springs, all that.
Oh, valve springs, yeah. Plus
Everything.
those oil pumps cavitate at over 6,000 RPM.
Yeah. Well, nowhere near that yet. So here it is, blast, get my ass kicked by you.
Oh, yeah? Give me a handshake, man.
Awesome, I'm gonna go run this thing.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. What's up, Skin?
What's up, Skin?
Oh yeah. Okay, if you look back here, this little thing is my boost controller. Right there, it says boost, minus, and plus. So if I turn it to the minus, you'll notice that I've got it all the way as low as it'll go. That means I'm running on wastegate spring pressure, which is 8 PSI, and then it won't build no more than that. Me turning this knob, I don't know how many clicks I need to go. 1, 2, 3 for Dale Earnhardt, maybe. That should allow my turbo to build more PSI before my wastegate releases its pressure. So we're gonna try that. And another thing is, I'm not entirely sure if I should launch in first or second. I tried doing a 2-step launch in second earlier, and when I did, it bogged really hard. Just that pass where I was racing LS Blue, I did first gear launch, no 2-step, and I blew the tires off at first, grabbed second, and it was spinning it too. So I really don't know what to do. I probably should try second again, off the 2-step, and just ride the clutch a whole lot further out the hole than than I have been. See, right now I've been just jumping the clutch by habit, just letting out the clutch really fast. And what that did on my second gear launch was allowed it to get fully engaged, and when it did, it bogged it down. So what I'm going to try and do is slip the clutch a little bit as I'm taking off and keep my RPMs up so that it doesn't fall on its face when I hook up. Bad tire for drag racing. Number two, this truck needs a better tune. That's a fact. A good air fuel ratio, from what I understand, is 14.7, somewhere in there, and that's pretty close to what my truck runs when it is just idling or cruising even. But let me show you what happens when I go from cruising to wide open throttle. The tune is set to put the injectors at 100% duty cycle as soon as I go to wide open throttle, in anticipation for all this boost that's going to be coming in. So I'll get out here on the main road and I'll show you what I'm talking about.